turns his own reminder that I'm not out of the clear. And I'm the nightmare.
Right guys, how are you doing? You good?
Yeah, really
well. Obviously you played the main stage a bit earlier on today. How was that for you guys?
good. It was great. It was kind of, it's quite surreal. Like there wasn't much thinking involved. It was like 3, 2, 1, you're on stage, do it, and then we came off and it was like, oh, yep.
Yeah.
Just played Reading main stage.
It's always surreal here. It's like
Because you've done the main stage before, right? Haven't you? You've
2 years ago,
So were the nerves there this time around that you experienced maybe before, or?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I think it's that thing as well because we've had like a year off where we haven't played it, so it's like an extra year to like build up the nervous tension or something.
Awesome. So basically, you went out on tour earlier this year. It was smaller venues, wasn't it, compared to what you usually play? How important is it for you guys to go out and sort of, after a year off especially, go out there and reconnect with fans in a smaller stage?
It's just as important as everything else. Like, I mean, we're a band that totally feels like vibes off like playing those sort of shows anyway. Still, like
that's where we're completely at home in those venues. So it was like to be able to kind of, we come back. We'd gone from playing kind of hundreds of shows a year to playing like 2 shows last year, and so we were kind of easing ourselves back into it and easing everybody else back into it.
If anything, it's weirder to play a stage like main stage and be like, how far are the audience? Come on.
Like, we feel at home in those little venues. So it's like that's where we,
So is that what you prefer doing then? Like,
I'd love to be honest with you. I'd love to do that. Or you'd have to tour for twice as long. But it's like,
I mean, we kind of like a bit of both, really.
I think, but you translate the atmosphere to a bigger stage, but coming back after so long, it was like, it was the perfect way to come back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Obviously, you've got your new album coming out in a couple of months as well. How excited are you to get that out there finally as well, especially again after a year off?
Very excited.
It's been a long time coming. Like we've put a lot into it, but then at the same time, we haven't played many gigs, so it's just like we feel like as soon as the album's out, it's like a sigh of relief, really.
A big release.
Yeah.
More ways than one.
And obviously as well, I want to talk a bit about your live show. You're known for obviously your antics on stage, for how hijinks. How important is it for you guys and your fans to leave them with a lasting impression of your gigs, sort of thing?
I think we just like you create this little environment for an hour where everybody's there because they dig your band, you dig your songs, and we're there to play songs that we love. So it's you all kind of owe it to each other to make it a memorable event. And so there's never any kind of thought of we need to go crazy, but it's just like the energy in the room kind of turns it into something cool.
And I always feel like you need to play your show like it's the last show you're ever going to play, and just put as much as you can into it, and then you never know.
We've all seen bands phone it in. Do you know what I mean? It's just like that's not doing. It won't make us happy, and it won't make anybody in the crowd happy.
It's almost as if what's the point really if you're going to just
exactly. We're all here for a reason. Everybody wants to go and be moved, and it's like if we go and like if the crowd makes the effort and we make the effort, and then it just turns to a big cycle of cosmic energy.
You're getting pretty zen.
Okay, so going back onto the record as well, you're releasing it through your own record label.
Yes.
How much of the pressure is sort of taken away from you when you are releasing it through your own label? You've got full sort of creative freedom. Is that something which you thrive on, sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, lots of people are doing it nowadays without getting too kind of business about everything. The dynamic of the whole industry has changed, so it's made it like more doable for bands to kind of have their own little imprint, and be backed by a bigger label, and they kind of let you have a bit more freedom, and it just makes sense to do something in that way. And if we can kind of in time that turns into something where we could put out something by bands that we like, then it's like, that's cool. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I was going to ask, like, are there plans to do something like that in the future?
I'd be disappointed if we didn't.
We're just setting ourselves up for it when we become tired and old and don't do the band anymore, and we're like, yeah, we'll sit back and put these records out.
But for me, like, it was when Gallows, like, they did Ven.
Yeah.
It's like, I just love what they put out, little, like, 1/7 inches and stuff for bands they love.
They did Marmosets, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They're doing my friends, Liebe Necris,
right,
like, kind of death metal kind of band and stuff. And it's cool if you're given that kind of avenue to help other people out.
It's that thing as well where we kind of came from like DIY roots as a band, and we might not essentially be a DIY band now, but we still have those same sort of like, you know, feelings about it.
You have those values, I mean, it's like that's what we all come from, like bands like us, and it's like...
I mean, we've got like, you know, management and like record label and stuff talking to us, but we're still like, the thing that we're most up for is putting out weird 7 inches and artwork and, you know, that sort of thing.
Keep it to why you did it in the first place. I mean,
and obviously you got to record the album pretty much in Leeds altogether. I mean, that's quite nice to be able to just
Harmony of Darkness.
Yeah, we did it in a weird place of Leeds. But,
where was it?
Called Armley.
Oh, it was called that. Oh, right, okay.
It's like, it's a dive.
Oh, really?
But a really cool, interesting dive. But
Yeah.
the studio was awesome. It was like good dudes from Leeds, like total kind of tape heads. There were tape machines everywhere, and it was just somewhere where we felt it was the first set of songs where we had a real vision ourselves. We didn't really need to be dictated to by someone else.
Yeah, like everyone was kind of like an equal level and friends, so it was like, you know, the sort of rivalry that you get between, or egos or whatever, that weren't there. It was just like a bunch of people trying to make the best album they could, really.
And it means we've got to do it in Leeds. So
Finally, if I can, just a bit of advice for any sort of up-and-coming bands. Like, I think possibly they should look to you guys as a sort of example, because you are doing things through your own label, doing things to yourselves, you know, from the DIY background too. So what advice would you give to bands, you know, looking to eventually play the main stage or whatever of Reading and Leeds?
I think you just
persistence.
But we have like so many...
And annoy as many people as possible.
But not too much, because that's really bad. But like, I think like now we have the internet. Do you know what I mean? And it's like you have like we first recorded 4 tracks, didn't we? And just put them up on MySpace.
Yeah, just got them out
the
there.
days of MySpace.
Yeah. Back in my day.
So we just had these 4 tunes and we just gave them away, and it was like, that was, I mean, my big advice for a new band starting out would be give away your music for free and spend the money on t-shirts.
Nice.
Because people will get music for free anyway. But if they dig your band, they'll want to support the band, and they'll buy a t-shirt. I think that's just...
And you can eat for the night.
But this is the thing, is no matter how it changes, people still want to support bands they like.
Definitely.
So I don't think everybody's a thief because they want music for free or get music for free. Like if you know.
A lot of it goes into how much a band puts effort into, like artwork and stuff like that, and obviously vinyl releases and stuff like that.
Exactly. It's like if you just chuck out a CD or whatever, then it's like just get it up online, get some t-shirts printed, and fucking put on your own gigs. Book your own tours.
Just play as many shows as possible,
just
really.
Fucking get out there. That's the only way you're going to learn to be a really good band, is to play a lot of shows. So if you need to book them yourself or put on your own gigs,
and we're still learning now.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for that, guys.
Cheers.